You back and you wake up a little bit more energized, so I'm told. I've got like a thumping headache. Get your words out, I need coffee. Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube video. It's day one for me back in Sydney. And this YouTube is going to be a YouTube of me giving up coffee. Okay, so I'm switching to decaf. I don't know how I feel about it. I know how I feel about it. I feel terrible about it because coffee is life. It's literally like, I was gonna say it makes me happy, but I'm like, is that a little bit extreme? Coffee addicts will understand this. So I'm switching to decaf and I'm gonna document like how I feel, what improvements I potentially see and everything else. So why am I doing it? I think my adrenals are a bit fucked at the moment. I don't feel like one of those people that's always like super stressed or anything like that, but just because you don't present obvious symptoms of stress, or I don't know, you don't display obvious like, fuck, get your words out, I need coffee. It's not obvious that you're a really stressed person, you know, you're not like angry, you're not like all of the things associated with stress, you're not like poor sleep or rude or irritated or I don't know, just freaking out or crying or whatever, but you can still have high amounts of stress in your body without kind of realizing it. And I think that's me, and that's always been something that has been a factor for me. Training increases cortisol in the body, dieting is a stress on the body. Like there are so many things in our lives that are stressful on our bodies. So I'm always talking about how to de-stress and meditating and taking walks and like winding down and having routines and structures in place for this kind of thing. And I do have those things, but I guess they're just not working super well. So you guys have seen, like, I'm documenting this dieting series. Part of me is like, oh my god, why am I doing this? Because things aren't going the way they usually go. And then on the other hand, I'm like, I'm glad I'm documenting this because things aren't going the way they usually go, so I can show you how I get myself to achieve my goal even when I'm in a calorie deficit. Yeah, and it's not working. So okay, it's working, but there are just different things that you have to do. Weight loss will happen if you're in a deficit. Your deficit just might be lower than you thought it was. So I think mine is just gonna have to be lower than I thought it was. But I'm also going to be doing other things like helping to manage things that maybe mask fat loss. So stress being one of them. Sleep is a huge one, and taking caffeine out really improves your sleep. So I'm hoping I get better quality sleep. After you get through the slump of like how horrible it is not to have caffeine, you get energy back and you wake up a little bit more energized, so I'm told. So that's gonna be this video. It's gonna be like, I'll document each day and like the first kind of week of it, and then I'll do a follow-up to see how I'm feeling. I don't know how long I'll do it for, but yeah, decaf it is. So I've got my little decaf pods. Love that. I'm hungry. The thing about caffeine is it does curb your appetite. So I had my decaf this morning and it still helped because there's still a little bit of caffeine in decaf. But yeah, it's not the same, but I'm okay about it and we'll see how it goes. So wish me luck. Guys, this no caffeine thing, I didn't think it would be this horrible. I've got like a thumping headache and it's 3 o'clock. I'm just making some lunch. It really hurts. It's just this like foggy feeling and I'm like struggling to concentrate and tired. I'm tired and low energy. Look how good my brows look though. I just got them laminated. Love that. I'm so low maintenance. I hate having to like do anything to my eyebrows. So I can pay someone to make them look like this without me having to do anything. It's a win. So yeah, the coffee thing. I had a decaf this morning and it was okay, you know, it was right. I bought some bone broth. It's like a powder and it's good for gut health. So I was like, well, that can be my warm second drink because I usually have 2 coffees. And I also got some tea, berry tea. I haven't tried that yet. See how that goes. But yeah, I feel like the first maybe 3 to 5 days are going to be the roughest, and then my body will get used to it and I'll move to the other side and get the benefits of it. But I just want a coffee. But I mean, it's too late now. I don't have any coffees past like midday really, but I'm hurting and my work is just not really getting done. I miss coffee. Whose idea was this? Good morning guys, it's day 3 on the decafs. I've got to say the first day was definitely the hardest. It was really difficult with the headaches and the brain fog. I did have quite low energy. I was really tired and it was quite hard to focus. The headache was probably the worst part. Day 2, I had another decaf and I had a bit of a headache yesterday, but nothing like the first day. I was really tired again. And today, so far no headache, but I feel like they tend to come in the afternoons more than anything. The biggest change I've noticed is in my sleep quality. And I'm really sad that it's helping because I really don't want to give up coffee full time. So yeah, like I kind of explained at the start, I'm doing it is I wanted to see if I would have better sleep and if it would help my physique, which it has. So my body has definitely dropped a lot of the water that it was holding on to from having shit quality sleep. So with sleep, I was getting plenty of hours sleep, but I wasn't getting good quality. Like, you know, when you wake up feeling refreshed, or you know you've stayed asleep and you've got into deep sleep rather than just kind of light sleep. So I haven't been waking up through the nights as I had been, and yeah, I'm just waking up more refreshed and energized. Sad about it. So I'm gonna keep going and see how it goes. And I don't know, like I don't think I have to give up coffee forever. I think it's just with kind of the stress and stuff at the moment, and whilst I'm working towards physique goals, it's like obviously something that was affecting my sleep. So maybe I can do like weaker ones or every second day, like alternate days having coffee. But even with that, I feel like once you take it out and then have it again, it'll have even greater impacts of alertness and jitters and stuff. So we'll see, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. I didn't realize how addicted I actually was to it. But my physique is definitely looking lean today. I'll do a proper update for you guys in another YouTube going through all my weights and my current calories. I'm going to do a full day of eating because I'm eating a little bit differently. I'm trying to eat a little bit less red meat. So you guys know I eat meat all the time. So I'm trying to mix it up. And I'm winning calories, so I'll do that. But I'll keep you posted with how the no coffee life is going. Day 4, no coffee. I had 2 decafs today. So I've reserved 2 decafs twice a week, and then the other 5 days I can have 1. So 1 decaf, because decaf's still slightly caffeinated. Sorry, I just worked out, so my hair's all like woohoo, and I'm actually getting it done this week, which I'm really excited for because the regrowth is crazy and the extensions are like hanging from a hair thread. I just don't even know what to do with this situation. I'm actually feeling good. Like the headaches have stopped. I've been working today, but I haven't sat down to do any like focus kind of work where I'm trying to create content or think about emails or clients or anything. It's been like filming some workouts, editing some YouTube. Yeah, so nothing that's required too much brain power. So I've been feeling fine in that respect. I think I'm starting to adjust. My sleep is still better. And in terms of what it's done to my physique, my weight is coming down. And now, like, I think I've said this every day. I've done like a check-in for how I'm going caffeine free, but removing caffeine isn't like this magic secret thing I've done to help me lose weight better. It's just helping me sleep better, and that just helps reduce any inflammation and water retention on the scale. But I am seeing like more definition in my body, and yeah, the scale's coming down, and I'm sleeping heaps. Like I get really tired by around 7:30. I could literally go to bed, but I don't. I go to bed at like 9:30, 10. I fall asleep really easily, really quickly. I sleep through the night. Like typically I wake up and go to the bathroom, like need to pee, but haven't been doing that, which is good. I haven't started waking up refreshed yet. I'm still sleeping quite a bit in the morning. Like I'll wake up, I'll need an alarm to wake me up, and usually my body clock will just wake me up at like 6:30, but I've been sleeping until like 7:38, which is like pretty unlike me unless I'm really like slammed energy wise. So I think the more I adjust, the more my body will just like naturally wake me up. So I'm excited for that part to happen. So that's the update. Whoop. That is the update for day 4. I will check in again with you guys soon and let you know how I'm getting on. I was gonna say maybe I'll test and have some caffeine, but I don't think it's one of those things. I think this is just me until this diet's over, because I just need to prioritize my sleep and stress and all that stuff. It has officially been a week and a half that I have been caffeine free. Well, not caffeine free because decaf has around 15 to 30% of caffeine in it still. However, I have been going a week and a half having done the swap. Obviously the first week was the hardest. I was getting really bad headaches. My sleep improved instantly though, like instant results in terms of better sleep. And that was reflected on my scale in terms of dropping water weight. I'm not going to bore you by going into that because I've already covered it in the previous clips, kind of explaining why I've been doing it. But I did do a little bit of research around caffeine and sleep. So I'm just going to hit you guys with some of those facts. Now, in order to remove 50% of the caffeine by the body, it takes 5 to 7 hours. That is crazy. Like, that is just for 50% of it to be removed by the liver. There's a chemical called adenosine, and over time we build up adenosine in the body just naturally across the day. The longer we've been awake, the more adenosine builds, and this is a natural occurring thing. So the more adenosine that we build over time, the more tired we get. Enter things like stimulants like caffeine in the system, and it doesn't get rid of the adenosine, but it masks it. So the receptors that receive the adenosine signal telling us that we are getting sleepy as the longer we're awake is blocked by caffeine. So it's kind of like putting up a wall against a building wave, and here's the adenosine and here's the wall, which is the caffeine. We have coffee, the wall goes up, our adenosine keeps building and building and building. And in the time that it takes for our liver to process and eliminate the caffeine, the wall of adenosine has built, and that's why we get that crash when we're like, holy shit, I need another hit of coffee, I'm so tired. Our fatigue is still there, it's just masking it. So by the time you go to bed, coffee really affects our ability to fall asleep because we still have it in the system and it's blocking adenosine, which is telling us that we want to fall asleep. Now, sleep is complex. There are a lot of other factors that play into us feeling tired, like our melatonin, our circadian rhythm, our environment in which we're falling asleep in, etc., etc. I'm not going to get into that. I'm not a sleep scientist. But if you guys do want to learn more, this is something that I learned about in the book, Why We Sleep by Matthew Walker. Different people as well have different tolerance levels to caffeine. That's why some people can have like an espresso shot and fall asleep at night, because their liver is able to eliminate it a lot faster than other people. So things that play into that are like age. The older we get, the longer it takes for our body to eliminate it, which is, yeah, interesting. Where I'm at in my 30s, guys. I feel so old whenever I say that. But basically, there's caffeine in a lot of things. Like decaf still has caffeine in it. Chocolate has caffeine in it. Some ice creams have caffeine in it. Some supplements, weight loss supplements and stuff, have caffeine in them. So it's really important to be mindful of that. And if there are any factors affecting your sleep and thus your scale and body composition and water retention, then it could be worth having a crack at taking caffeine out or reducing your level of caffeine and seeing how that impacts you. I am fine on decaf now. Like, I'm no longer relying on coffee for energy or to block my adenosine. My sleep was really good the first week I did it. In the last few nights, it hasn't been great. So I would say that that's got to do with other factors like not winding down properly, stressing a little bit about work and staying up a bit later than I usually do. But yeah, that's why I have given up coffee for this period in time. I don't know what I'm going to do in terms of bringing it back in at some point, but I'm actually doing fine on decaf. So my love for coffee really comes from the froth, and Oatly barista froth's the best. So that's the one that I always get and have in my coffee. Anyway, guys, I hope you picked up some things from this video, and let me know if you give decaf the switch a go. Let me know. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, turn post notifications on so you never miss anything. Comment, like it if you want to, give me a like, and I will see you back here with a video. I've got some really good videos in the pipeline for you, so make sure you are back for those. I'll see you back here next video. Mwah.